Hey, well, ladies, I want to tell you if you have not noticed that there is something shifting in the water, and that probably could be you. As we look at the landscape of women in business, in just business in particular, in the corporate world, especially in entrepreneurship, there are so many women looking to start a business. And one of the spaces that women are really growing is this area of coaching and service based businesses. And so, what brings me to speak a little bit about why it's so important to tap into who you are. Temperament, soul, body, and spirit is all about this shift. Now, looking at the numbers of women who are really growing entrepreneurship and business, we have to look at another number. This number is 48. It's about 48% of women in the business world consider themselves to be not only super creative and insightful, but somewhat introverted. So that's me, Wanda Lovale, your mindset and storytelling coach. I think I'm leaning a little bit more towards strategist going into 2024 because I love to help women understand that they can do this thing in coaching and in business their way. So in March, I invite you to my talk, Her Voice, Her Way, the Introverted Woman's Guide to Being a Dynamo in the Coaching Industry. Now, I may have added a little bit of fluff to that because I like some fluff and some glitter on it, but I can't wait to share with you how you are matched for the next move in the coaching industry. And so, how did I get to this spot? Well, I've always been a person in the compassion space in ministry and in nursing. Always found myself that natural coach and counselor, even on the playground in high school. I was the kid always sharing the insight. Didn't have a lot, but I knew how to talk a good game, right? Anybody else in the room, you've always been that healer, that counselor, even from when you were setting up the teddy bears around your table, you were always that natural teacher, right? So what happens for us when we are introverted in this new space is that sometimes some of our gifting becomes a setback. We become very analytical, right? We overthink. We like perfection, right? And so that slows us down, and we want to go to doing the work that keeps us behind the scenes, being that Girl Friday. I like to say that I've always been the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, doing all the things. But now in this season, when you're feeling called to grow into developing this business and really expanding your voice, you need to learn how to reframe this introverted giftedness and this quiet calm. And so during this talk in March, I'm going to be sharing with you how to reframe some of those things that you may have seen as a little bit of a setback or maybe a weakness. Your analytical skills helps you to really go into coaching specifically as a dynamo, meaning that you are the expert when it comes to one connection. You listen to understand and to help transform. You don't listen to respond. And people want to feel seen and heard. Now, why is this important? Because we have AI, we have tech, we have a lot of people who look exactly the same in the coaching industry. And so, this is why 2024 and beyond is the perfect platform for my quiet bosses and creatives and service providers because you're going to stand out with these skills. You may be slow moving, but it's for a purpose. You're going to be bringing greater knowledge and insight to the people you serve. What I found in my journey was that I needed to learn how to take what I was doing for others and really employ it in what God was calling me to do. And that is a little bit of a transition when you are a quiet servant. You always show up in places serving everybody, and it gets uncomfortable for the spotlight to be on you. But I want you to know that you can have your cup of coffee, your comforter, and your way too. You don't always have to be all the things in all the places. And there is a way to share your genius specifically to how your temperament is designed. So I can't wait to see you in March. I want you to bring your journals. I want you to bring your notepads, right? Your recording materials. We don't record on cassettes. It was so funny. Dawn, I was like, I have a couple of cassettes right in their kitchen right now. I want you to bring your smart devices and I want you to take notes from these amazing women who are going to be on this summit. And if you identify with being that quiet one that knows that they have something powerful to share, but you don't know how to navigate your temperament, I'm going to be the person to help you and walk you along that path. There are ways for you to use your personal story to create content, to make connections, and even to speak without the fear of energy drain. And that's a lot of what we fear sometimes. Why do I have to show up? Why do I have to go live? Why do I have to do this, do that? But there are ways that you can do this and still honor who you are as an introvert.